Hey guys, OPB here, coming at you with a quick video. If this is the first video you're watching in Preparedness, welcome. Great time to be getting on board with preparing and survivalism, self-reliance, all that. Very good skills to have. You can back channel on this. I think I have about 20 videos on there at the time of this posting, probably more. I don't really keep track. You can back channel, look at all that. So I'm going to be talking about beginner preparedness, where to start, where I started, kind of progression throughout the years and stuff like that. So what got me into preparedness, I've always really been raised to be prepared. Now, preparedness doesn't have to mean end of the world, zombie apocalypse, oh my god, run around. That's not necessarily what that means. What it does mean is being ready for the unexpected, whether that's a tornado, a freak flood, a hurricane, a bad winter storm that knocks the power out for a couple, 3-4 days, a week, 2 weeks. I've been without power for 3.5 weeks during an ice storm at one point. So there's that. Been there, done that. So where I started. First things first, if you're in debt, get out of it. Don't be in debt. That's the big thing. And don't put yourself into debt trying to prepare. Okay? Just my recommendation. You do what you want to do. I'm not your financial advisor. But that's just what I recommend. You can use debt to gain assets in the preparedness field, but don't go too crazy. Like, don't go racking up tens of thousands worth in credit card bills and loans and all that trying to get prepared. Now, I guess if you're buying property, you can make a good argument for that. I personally wouldn't, but we're gonna leave it at that. So get out of debt. If you're, I think it's a 401k, I think they call it. That's decent. Invest. Obviously, you should be living like the world isn't gonna end, but know that it could, kind of thing. Obviously, don't blow all your money. Just be financially smart. I learned that the hard way, but sometimes that's what it takes. So that's step one to being prepared, is being financially responsible. If you can't balance a checkbook, that's your first goal. Okay? It's a huge stress. Money is pretty much the number one stress for most people. So stress and prepping, survivalism, stress is your biggest enemy. There's going to be a lot of things along the road that are going to stress you out, that are going to freak you out, that you're going to come across and you're going to be like, where did this come from? Why didn't I know about this 10 years ago? If I known about this 10 years ago, I could be a millionaire or whatever. Don't live in the past. That's step two. I was guilty of that for a long time. The woulda, coulda, shoulda, didn't kind of attitude. It's like, oh man, if I only did this, I wouldn't be going through this right now. Like, why was I so stupid? I'd be stuck on that, right? You can't do that. Live in the moment and think about the future. Okay? Have a strategic plan in your head of what you want to accomplish and set small goals. So that's step 3. Setting yourself goals. They don't have to be big goals. You should have micro, macro, and big scale goals. So maybe if it's, hey, this week I'm going to put a bag of rice up, and by the end of the first quarter of this year, I'm going to have X number of dollars in the bank and I'm gonna have X number of pounds worth of food put up, or by the end of the year I'm gonna have my vehicle paid off, or by the end of the year I want to have property, or by the end of the year I want to have this many chickens and this many goats. In 10 years I want to have this, and this. You see where I'm going with that? So you got to have yourself little benchmarks that all add up to your final goal of being self-reliant. Basically, cut yourself off the system, you're good to go. Don't have to worry about it, right? If you just try to attack that one goal of being self-reliant all at once with no benchmarks, you're never going to get there. I mean, you could if you have millions of dollars. You can just buy your way into it, obviously, but possession doesn't equate to proficiency, right? Right? If you have a 50 cal, cool, but if you don't know how to use it, it's useless, right? So there's that. If you have a truck, never started a car before, you can't drive, right? That's step 3. Okay, set yourself goals. Work towards the small goals first that build into the bigger goals. Give yourself that sense of accomplishment, because it'll create a mental stimuli into growing yourself, into going towards those next goals, into progressing yourself forwards in your journey. Okay? Once you start creating your goals and you start hitting those little benchmarks, it's just gonna make you feel good inside, because it's just human psyche, really. You just want to hit your goals and know you're doing good, and know to yourself and that you're doing what you need to be doing. You're hitting those goals that you need to be hitting. You're accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and that is going to grow onto other people around you, which comes to step 4, and is to associate with the right people. Okay? For a long time, I was associating with what I like to call deadbeats, who right now have 4 kids, 3 or 4 kids, and work part-time. Why are you doing that? Anyways, people like that, for a long time, I grew up around them. That's just who I associated with. That's kind of was my friends circle growing up. Okay, hit my 20s and I realized, I'm like, man, what is this crap that I've been doing? Okay, should have smartened up years ago. Click, cut them all out of my life. Realized I wasn't associating with the right people. I didn't talk to anybody, not a single person, for a year. Then I started seeing who was talking to me. Okay, I sat down and I actually looked at who I used to talk to that were good people that I didn't just cut out, like altogether, just stop talking to them, whatever. I saw who checked in on me. Like, hey man, I haven't spoken to you in 3 or 4 weeks. You doing all right? Those are the kind of people that you want to keep around. Okay? Now, I don't want to say it's gaslighting, but because it's not really. It's just seeing who your real friends are, right? If you're down on your luck and you need to borrow $20 to put gas in your car to get to work because, oh man, my radiator blew and I had to replace it, which happened to a friend of mine, loaned him $20. Not only did he give me the $20 back, but when I needed help, I had a flat tire on the side of the road and my spare was done in my old car, because I had bought it and I was stupid and I didn't check the spare tire, but the spare tire had belts sticking out of the sidewalls. He came and he helped me. He brought me a tire and we changed that thing right there on the side of the road, right? That's the kind of people you need to associate with. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals, and you will grow so much faster, and you'll have so much more support, and you will accomplish so much more in life. So the next step, what are we on, 5 or 6 now? Step 5, I think. Is honestly, just live your life. Do the prepping, do everything, but don't forsake your vacations and your time off with your family and hanging out with your friends. That's doing fun stuff. You know, if you want to go to the bar on a Friday night, just hang out with the guys from work or whatever, do it. Don't be so hyper-focused on one thing, unless you need to be, obviously. If you feel compelled that you need to do it, do it. Because it'll eat you up inside if you don't, right? That's not what I'm saying. But if you're doing good, don't be afraid to reward yourself. It helps prevent burnout, which is another huge factor, and I'm going to get into that. That's going to be the next part. Okay, prepper burnout. That's the real thing. You are going to burn yourself out eventually. It's gonna happen. It's happened to me multiple times. I just recently worked myself out of a prepper burnout. Kind of got overwhelmed. Anyways, needed to call for some fire support. Anyways, thankfully I have a very supporting wife, and she helped me out. And our mag is amazing. When you need that steel rain, man, they're coming for you. Don't you worry, right? That's, again, goes back to surround yourself with the right people. Doesn't get any simpler than that. Burnout, you're gonna have to find your own way to deal with that. Everybody deals with exhaustion, both mental, physical, and emotional, different. Stay away from drugs and alcohol if you have problems with that. Don't do drugs. Don't drink too much. Drink once in a while is alright. You gotta have fun, right? But don't do anything illegal. So yeah, that's the first steps that you really need to be focusing on. I know you're probably, if you're watching this video, you're like, where's the guns and ammo, man? Well, first things first, you gotta free your mind. You gotta take care of your body. And you gotta reduce the stress where you can. Because prepping is stressful, believe it or not. Being self-reliant is stressful. Who would have thought, right? Part 2 of this video is gonna be all those, all the prepper goodies, right? All the tactical stuff. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, OPB_survival. Give me a like and follow there. You can message me there. I tend to respond pretty quick. Unless I'm at work, then I kind of get to it when I can. You can follow me on Patreon. I don't currently have any videos up there. I will be uploading to there as soon as I figure out how to do it. For some reason, I'm not tech savvy when it comes to computers, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I know it's probably super simple, and if any of you know how to do it, feel free to comment on my Instagram, like shoot me a message on Instagram or comment below this video, and reach out and help me figure it out if you can. Like, I'd love to know. I'm not the greatest at that. If you want to check me out on BitChute, you can. I have, I think, a couple of videos up there now at the time of this recording. You can check me out there again. It's Ontario Preparedness Bushcraft. Rumble, I have Rumble. Ontario Preparedness Bushcraft again. I think I have a couple of videos up there, not many though. So check me out on all those platforms. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. OPB out.